is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode, season 2, the very first episode of season 2 of Bulldog Blitz, hosted by me and my co-host, everything in charge of everything South Carolina State related, Terrence Tucker. Bro, what's going on?
What it is, what it do, man. What's happening, man? Listen, man. Happy summer, everybody, man. Happy 2025 for those that we haven't even spoke to. Happy belated Mother's Day to all our queens, and happy pre-Father's Day to all our kings. But it's good to be back. I mean, listen. It's been a while. We took a little break. You know what I'm saying, to kind of get our lives in order. You know what I'm saying, have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Spend time with the family. But we kept our eyes and ears to those Bulldog streets.
Got to. We
kept our eyes and ears to those Bulldog streets, man, and we miss everybody. We miss chopping it up with everybody, man. We got a lot of, good information, man, that we feel that, people want to talk about. So let's get it, man.
Hey. Right. Hey, okay. Shout out to Diana.
Diana, what's going on? Mwah.
We happy to be back, y'all. We happy to be back. T Rose, what's up, my guy?
T Rose, what's up, baby? It's good.
Nakia, hey, definitely get those season tickets.
That's my girl right there. Nakia, what's good, Nakia?
Shout out Shawn. Hey,
Shawn out here.
Shawn, we got a lot. We got a lot to talk
in
about.
The streets, boy.
Got a lot to talk about,
man. I mean, them Bulldog streets, man.
Facts.
I'm gonna call Sean Stephen A. Smith.
Hey, Sean be in it, though. Hey, Sean be there before me sometimes. Boy, I see somebody commit, Sean already following him. I said, dang.
Let's get it, though.
All right, so before we get into, for those of y'all who don't know, right, we want to go over every single new transfer that we got, not the true freshmen, right? We're talking about guys who are going to make an impact like immediately, who are expected to make an impact right away. We're going to go over every single one of them. Now, before we do that, I kind of want to talk about the departures, right? So we can know, just so everybody can get a sense of why we went after who we did, why we got so much of of a certain position of what we did, because it's important, right? We're in this new day and age of the transfer portal. And I was really thinking about this, Tuck. I said, whether you're a winning team or a losing team, now that that portal is here, it's gonna kind of get you out of the way. If you're losing, don't nobody want to stay around for that. They're gonna leave. If you win, just like we do, and you got a great season on a winning team,
they coming.
They calling.
They coming.
FBS school's calling, and you gonna want to take your shot.
Yeah,
you don't want to take your shot there. So that transfer portal, man, you just got to learn to adapt with it, right? So we lost some heavy hitters, right? Of course, Anaj Carter was the graduation, but losing Caden High, right? Losing Caden High to
he got a bag,
Stanford. Justin Smith Brown recently losing him to West Virginia.
That was big.
Assad Hall.
Hey, each his own.
You're right.
I just, what I'm saying, Bill, I don't know. I think Bill got a lot of bad advice on that, to be honest with you. But I ain't gonna stop a young man from chasing his dreams and ambitions. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I wish him nothing but success, and I hope that he, finds what he's looking for. But I think, just in my humble opinion, I think that kid got some bad advice, man.
And like things like that happens, right? It happens,
right? Which we'll get to later on. But a ton of kids made some bad decisions. But go ahead though. I'm sorry.
No, you good. I was just saying, we lost some key guys, and I was really excited about guys like Justin Smith Brown returning. You kind of knew Caden was going to go, but I
knew Caden was going.
Right. We knew Caden was going. The same way we kind of knew Juwan Howard was going after the Howard game. Some people you just know.
You knew that. You knew that.
Some people you just know.
Yeah, you knew you was playing with house money, man. Like you knew you was. you know, you know, you was punching above your weight class with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we knew that sooner or later, man. You know, young kid like that talented, with that much potential. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? But I can tell you this here though. That Justin Smith Brown one really hurt me though. I mean, yeah, okay. Just being truthful, that hurt me because I saw him take on that whole leadership role the whole spring, man.
Yeah.
The whole spring. And I really love that kid, man. You know, he's a great kid. You know, the kind of kid you want in your locker room.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, for him, I mean, you got to go chase your dreams and ambitions.
Got
you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him, man. He got it out the mud.
Right.
So I'm not mad at him at all.
And that's I was just gonna say, like, kids like that who fulfilled their obligation to the school by doing their 4 years, and he want to spend his last year, you know, chasing the bag and playing in front of the big lights. I don't blame him.
I ain't mad at him. Like I said, it's almost like watching your kid go off to college. Like you're gonna be hurt, you're gonna be sad, but at the same time, you know. I mean, he paid his dues. You know what I'm saying? You would have loved to see kids like him finish it out. You know what I'm saying? And you know, finish it out, rocking that garnet and blue. But at the same time, that's not the day and age that we're living in, right? And kids are gonna leave. You know, you'll be hard pressed to find kids who have great seasons who stay. You know what I mean, nowadays. So, you know, it is what it is.
Right. Now, let's get started with the new guys, the new Bulldogs. That's gonna help us get to our goal of getting back to Atlanta and this time finishing the job. All right, let's get there. Cause you know, people, it's easy for us to say we think we have the best class, even though we both feel like we do, right? But it's not just us. Other people from the SWAC who are
everybody got good classes.
Yeah,
everybody improved. Everybody improved. Prairie View A&M got 35 transfers.
Crazy work.
He
took a lot of them kids with. Hey, he followed the bench for a little bit though.
They not talking about it, but that's a good coach, man. And so the SWAC, you know, it's gonna be very interesting to see how the SWAC pans out. We already know Jackson State, you know, is gonna come with it as always. But I'm really interested to see how FAMU is gonna look now with the addition of that new quarterback they have. And I'm also very interested to see how Prairie View is gonna look. And your boy coming back for Alabama State.
Oh, Andrew Barney. Quarterback. Yeah, he back.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. He back. All right, so no about the SWAC. Let's go.
Yeah, all right, bet. Let's get to it. So first guy we gonna start off with, right? The first guy you announced, Tuck, on your page, if I'm not mistaken. Ed, if y'all ain't check out the interview that we got with Julian Milligan, y'all need to go check that out, man. He's a great kid.
Great kid.
Julian Milligan, right off the bat, we came off the bat swinging, heavy hitter right here. All right,
heavy hitter.
This kid, man. Cause see, here's the thing: that D2 talk is done. They saw what we do with that.
It's done.
It's too much. It's too much kids at the D2 level who will literally outshine you if they get a chance at the D1 level.
Exactly.
This is one of those guys. All conference running back, 966 total yards, 4 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns. So this right here, this is what we was missing, right? And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. We got a great running back room. Before
we do.
I felt that, right?
We do.
But I think back to the Central game, right?
Right.
We drove all the way down the field. It's like it's 4th and goal. We going for it.
Yeah.
We go. We try to give it to Duhart to punch it in. Duhart can't get it in. And that's nothing against Du, right? We had smaller, faster, shiftier backs. We needed that big guy. Ever since we lost Jawan, we missed that big running back to get those necessary tough yardage when we needed it. Julian would have got that at the goal line.
I think he would have. You know, I think he would have. You know, you know, this kid, man, the This kid is one of those kids that I've known for quite some time, and I've known him since he was at Westwood High School down in Columbia, South Carolina. He was putting up numbers back then, man. And it was a shock that he even went to Fayetteville State. Right. Listen, many of us, because I'm from Columbia. And many of us who were from Columbia, who know football around that area, were completely shocked that kid left South Carolina to even go to Fayetteville State. And so to see him, and he's a baby, honestly. He's a baby, man. He's a gym rat. Right. And to see, he loves to work, a very physical, hard-nosed kid, very motivated, you know what I'm saying? Self-motivated, and he worked this spring, interesting to see how that running back depth chart will look, because he's not the only back there. And they have some good guys back there. But as far as his physical traits, he passes the eyeball test. Okay. He definitely passes the eyeball test. So if he can match the looks with the speed and with his drive, because he has a lot of drive inside of him that I think that will push him to be one of the best backs, if not this year, definitely next year if he decides to stay.
Right. I agree with that. And you know what, Shawn, and I was just going to mention that he's not on this list, but he should have been, but he already been in. Casey Fields. Right behind him. Right. Casey, how big is that? How big is that? Because like I said, people... Go ahead, my bad.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just, people always talked about Jawan, and rightfully so. Yeah. He deserves a lot of that praise. But Casey was splitting them carries with him.
He was.
And so now we get a big 6'1", almost pushing 6'2" running back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's big, and we get Casey back on top of that. Who 5'11", he got the body to get those tough carries too. Then you still got KZ. Yeah. Then you still got Tyler Smith. You still got Josh Shaw. This is a great running back room, man.
I mean, it is. And KZ, give me, like, if Fields can, because missing that year of football, I don't care what nobody says, that hurts a man, right? But if he can get back into football shape and get back into just regular football shape, man, and just the whole grind of a football season, that's scary. That's scary, man. Because he's a talented kid. He came into the spring and did his thing. You know what I'm saying? And but I like him. I like the fact that he came back. Right. And that's why I'm cheering for the kid. Just me being who I am. I love a kid that I love a kid that has a story. Right. And he had to, persevere through some things, but he did it. He did it. And that's the thing. And that's why I'm so proud of him. And I'm so happy he's back. And I hope that he puts in the work and he surrounds himself with the right people to where he had, listen, man, sky's the limit for the kid, man. And sky's the limit for that backfield.
First, let me say I agree with you. And first of all, I forgot Duhart too. Even that's. But
it's Duhart. So maybe y'all can answer, chat, or maybe you may know. But is Duhart back?
I heard a rumor that he's not. I'm gonna say that, but I can't just confirm a rumor. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm just calling him.
So I don't want to say he's there and he's not, because I didn't see him in the spring.
That's what I'm saying. I heard Duhart is retired. I'm not.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
With or without Duhart, respectfully, this is still a great running back room.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate him because he had a hell of a year.
Oh yeah, he did. He definitely did.
Hell of a year.
got the running back. Let's talk about Johnny Jones, right?
Johnny
Another one I'm excited
Jones.
about.
Johnny
Right
Jones.
from Edward Waters. Now,
Yeah. Florida
Johnny
boy.
Jones, this was I was excited for this because we was hit heavy by losses in that wide receiver room,
Whew,
right?
boy.
We were hit heavy. And even though I think the guys that we retained, people don't, what I'm saying, like we would have been good. We need playmakers. Like, we need for sure playmakers. Johnny Jones is that. All right. 5'10", over 110
Yeah.
career catches, 1,400 career yards, 10 touchdowns, 2 punt returns. He's going to provide something in the return game as well. He's speedy. He's a little bit bigger. He's able to slip past those defenses. That secondary, I like him. He's a playmaker, man. He still fits the
Yeah.
scheme of what we like to do offensively. He's fast,
Right. Right. Right.
and even if we,
Nah, he
I'm sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh no, I was just because I'm thinking like, okay, even the guys that we retain, right? Even after losing Caden and losing Justin, losing Anaj, we still got the kid from Georgia Southern, DeAndre, still got DeAndre.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
People forget about Nick Sowell, right? That the 6'5" guy. We
Nick
only
So
we only saw him in the FAMU game. Who knows? He
yeah.
probably got better.
And the Johnson kid, number
Right.
12.
Right. We still got those freshmen who's going into their sophomore year now. Maybe we see a little bit of them.
Yeah.
Zay Alford. Remember Zay Alford?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, it's go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, we was hit a little bit. We was definitely hit hard, but we still got a lot of talent
We were hit
that
hard,
wide receiver room, man.
bro. We were hit like a Mack truck, man. We lost a lot of offensive production, and that's why I was hoping that Justin would have stayed, man. But at the same time, you can't crowd you can't crowd spill milk, right? So Johnny Jones, man, extremely talented kid. You saw some of that during the spring game, man, where he put some of his skill sets on display. It's a fast kid, twitchy. He can make plays with the ball in his hands. He's one of those kids who is better with the ball in his hands. You can also appreciate him doing special teams play. Lightning fast. The coaches love him. You know what I'm saying? He's probably going to gain a little weight, so that'll be good for him as well. He's going to make plays. He has the potential and the ability to make some big plays. And but the thing is that he can't be the only one. Right. You know what I mean? And that's why I hope that some of these the other receivers can can actually step up and provide some help. Because like you said, we lost some extremely impactful wide receivers. That Phoenix relied on. And so, whoever is going to be QB1 for this year, is going to need some help. And I guarantee you that if we have some solid wide receivers, man, who are reliable like the ones we had last year, we may be okay.
Right. All right. No, because we got like. Oh yeah, no. I'm excited about tight end.
Yeah, losing Big Five.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But hey, Evan Phillips though. Yeah. I can't wait to see that boy. I can't wait to see that boy on
losing
the field,
Tony
man.
hurt, man. Yeah, hey, for real. Me too.
Michael Luns, right? I was kind of surprised by this. You know what I'm saying? Because okay, we getting the FBS guys out here. Like, we really doing that. So Michael Luns, 6'3", 244-pound linebacker coming from Tulane. As far as like his bio, sometimes them bios ain't all the way updated on the school website, so just take this with a grain of salt. But he played in all 14 games in 2022. Didn't see anything for 2023 or 2024. But again, it ain't always updated, so you can't always go by that. But he is a former 3-star prospect, good size. I was able to see a few clips of him. I love what he brings to the table. Okay. And I also just like this just because you got to find that guy to replace Aaron. We brought in a few
Yeah.
linebackers. We brought in quite a few.
Yeah.
You
We
gotta
did.
find that guy to replace Aaron. We lost Jaden Jones as
Right.
well. You gotta find that guy. So
Yeah,
whether
that's
it's
tough.
him or whether it's anybody else, I don't know. But I kind of like this.
Nah, I love it, man. So I saw some of him, some of his highlights during the spring game. He flashed a little bit. You know, he's a big body guy. Can run. And I think that he's gonna find the Bulldog defensive coaches. Man, I'm gonna find someone nice for him to fit in and find a way um, um, to exploit his talents, man, because he has some talents that we can use and we can benefit from. Like I say, 6'3", linebacker, you know what I'm saying? They don't make those every day. And
Mm-hmm.
and I think that he can also play with his hands in the ground too. He is that versatile. And so I want to see what role that they actually find for him and how he will fit into their scheme.
Right, right. And Shawn, I know you said coaches are high on Terry Lowry and Malik Brightwell. Shawn, let me tell you something. I made a top 10 HBCU freshman list like I do every year. Both those kids are on there. I
Mm-hmm.
love the two freshmen that we got. We'll have another show for the freshmen for sure. But Terry Lowry and Malik Brightwell, I love both of them. I had to put both of
Oh
them
yeah,
on
oh yeah, oh yeah. I always listen. I love what I'm saying, freshman kids, but I don't want to rely on them.
there. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, talent is talent, and I love, like I said, I mean, those kids may be some
They're gonna be
some
special.
hitters. Yeah, I mean, special when they come in. And I'm not saying that they won't get no playing time. I mean, but I'm just saying, me as in this transfer portal age, yes, I do not want to depend on a true freshman. Now, we were lucky enough to get Juwan Howard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was a god, just a doggone unicorn, right? So you don't get that every year, right? But if one of those cats happen to come in playing better than playing better than the upperclassmen, then so be it.
Mm-hmm.
So be it. Hey, because those who can play, you know what I'm saying? You got to put them on the field.
Right. Now, Shamari Reed, DB.
It's good kid, man. Good kid.
Good kid. For six
Good
two.
kid.
First of all, let that height. 6'2".
Yeah.
6'2", 200. Love that.
Good
Love
kid.
that. Coming from Central Missouri. All right, 64 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, 6 pass deflections. I love this. I love
Yeah.
this. I love this. I love this.
Yeah.
Now, we retained Gerard Washington, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
We know how great Gerard was last year.
Yeah.
It was like after that Georgia Southern game, he turned it up, man.
He did.
To
He
me,
did.
to me, we got one of the best returning DBs in the FCS with Gerard Washington.
Oh, hands down. Hands down. One of the best, if not the best. If not the best. One of the best, for sure.
So
I love the kid.
mm-hmm.
Kid's a hard working man. You know what I'm saying? He's a leader. And he leads by example. And he could have left, but he didn't.
Right.
He could have left, but he did, man. And that's why I'm so happy for the kid, man. Listen, he's one of those guys that I'm gonna be rooting for every single Saturday, man.
Mm-hmm.
Every single Saturday. I'm always be rooting for number 12, man.
Now, when it comes to pairing him with somebody, right? We got
Mm-hmm.
one of the guys, the first guy we talking about, Shamari. All right. I like him.
I
But
like him too.
I like the other ones we got too.
A whole lot.
A whole lot. So it's gonna be interesting just to see who get that who get that other spot. Who get them other spots. I just want to see.
We got some dogs now.
Right?
you know, we got some dogs like my guy Mike Evans from Mike from Austin P.
Hey,
Strong defensive back.
listen, we got the one from
Strong
South Dakota
defensive.
State. Bad man, we got some guys, man.
Yeah.
And what I love most is that we went and got these guys from legitimate programs, like
Legitimate
winning
program.
traditional program. These guys who
Yes.
have been taught the right way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Legitimate programs, man. And the guys want to be here. And that's what I like.
Right.
Guys that want to be here, guys that guys who, guys who actually want to play for the coaches. They want to be in Orangeburg, South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? And they want to play in, Willie Jeffries of, so they want to play on Willie Jeffries field. That's what I'm trying to say. But, I always tell people, man, it's players out there.
Right.
But it's about building those relationships, right? Because nowadays, all these kids nowadays want money, man. All these kids want money, and they all looking for money. Some of the kids who left South Carolina State left trying to get money.
Right.
Now, maybe only one or two of them probably were successful out the whole goddamn exodus that left. But at the same time, I feel that the coaches did a phenomenal job replacing those guys.
They did. Now, Dominic Reeves, the next DB we gonna talk about. 5'10", 180, 2 years left. Coming from South Dakota. This is what I mean when I say like we're going to those those upper FCS schools and we're getting this talent.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Dominic. Like he was like, it was between him and the Austin P, and I like Shamari too. But it was like between him and the Austin P. But I'm really on Dominic one. I'm really on Dominic. I like him a lot. I like his game a lot, man. Like he's a one-on-one guy to me.
Yeah. Nah. He's a, from what it seems, he's a very physical DB. Very reliable. You know what I mean? And I think that he'll fit right in with the Kevin King and all those guys, man, with that whole defensive scheme that they got, man, because they love physical cornerbacks, man, physical DBs and physical safeties. You know what I mean? And you got to be able to actually cover and tackle with, with those guys, man. And I think he fits the bill.
And if I'm being honest, man, and this is just my personal opinion. For as great as a team as we had last year, I look at the secondary in particular, and I said, with the guys we got, this could be better.
Oh no, this could
be a better secondary.
This is hands down a better secondary than it was last year. Hands down. Hands down. Now, that is on paper.
Right.
On paper, this is a better team, better defensive secondary than it was last year on paper. On paper, and we still got guys who didn't transfer, like my guy Jones, man, like Tyler Jones.
Right. Oh man.
That's what I'm saying. Like
big expectations out of Tyler.
Yeah, like you still got cats who, you know what I'm saying, who still there putting in that work that didn't transfer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Tyler putting in work this summer.
And you see the difference.
You see he got most improved player.
Yeah.
Tyler putting in work, man. Tyler 6'3". A weight room free. I'm telling you what I know, man. Me and Tyler Daddy talk every week. Shout out to my boy Marcus Jones, man. You know what I'm saying? But Tyler putting in work, dog.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? So this secondary has the potential to be something solid with depth, because they're gonna have depth, right? Not everybody can start, right?
Right.
But at the same time, it's going to be depth. And they're going to have guys coming in and out, you know what I'm saying? Fresh bodies in and out, you know what I mean? Playing physical defense. You got to be able to cover these wide receivers, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, cats nowadays running that spread offense. You got to have solid bodies out there, fresh body, fresh legs, and guys who know how to play the position.
I agree. Man, I'm over here just thinking about the potential already. I'm getting excited, man.
I'm telling you, man, it's real.
Joseph Bonga, right? Just talking about another one. Man, this DB room, man. This DB room crazy. So listen.
You thought this DB room crazy.
This DB room crazy, guys. All right. So 5'10", 182, runs the 4.47, right? So good speed. NAIA All-American, first team All-Conference. So he's coming accredited. Like he's coming with the accolades.
Yeah.
He ain't coming to play. So
he coming to put belt to ass, man.
Right.
He coming to put belt to ass. He is, man. You know, he's a Tampa Bay native. You know what I'm saying? He got Southeastern University down there. He put up some big numbers down there, man. Made a ton of plays. He could have went to the NFL for real. You know, I'm not really sure why he didn't, but thank God that he's coming to Orangeburg. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how he fits in to this phenomenal secondary that, you know, the coaches are now forming because they got some talented guys, man. A lot of Florida guys. A lot of Florida guys are on this team. Okay, a lot of Florida guys, man, and that's what I like to see, man. You know, and I'm from South Carolina, born and bred, love it, don't die for it. But I love to see cats from different regions, man, representing, you know what I mean, that doggone garnet and blue, man. And I love to actually see Florida kids because Florida kids bring a different swag to the table. You know what I mean? Right. But I, you know, but again. You know, but I love this kid right here, man. Like you said, he's coming in as advertised. As advertised, man. And it'd be interesting to see, you know, how he fits into their scheme of things as well.
Usually you'll see a DB like him. They'll specialize in one thing. Like, you know, you normally if a DB specializes in coverage, he ain't really that good of a tackler, and vice versa. No, he does both.
Right.
He does both very well.
Yeah. You're right.
So very excited about Joseph. Jaylen Johnson.
Grambling State.
Now here's how I feel about Jaylen, right?
Okay, Jaylen
reminds me of a Naj Carter.
Somewhat, yeah.
Jaylen is that replacement for a Naj to me.
That's true. That's true.
And I feel like no matter whatever we get out of him offensively is what we get out of him. The return game, is where he gonna turn up at.
Right.
We gonna get big plays out of him on kick return. I can't wait for that.
Right.
He has great vision, man.
I mean, it's kind of deja vu when you look at him and John Jones versus Caden Hyde and Naj Carter. Right. I mean, you know, both smaller frame guys, fast, real twitchy, fearless guys who want the ball in their hands. And it's good to, you know, that, you know, Jaylen has already had some, you know, some high level SWAC competition play, and he'll be bringing that to a, you know, like I said, we don't know who the quarterback is going to be. We don't know how the offense is going to look, but I know for a fact that a kid that talented, you know what I mean, coming from Grambling State, right, a grad transfer, he's already mature. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, chase him to make him work out or fuss at him or yell at him. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's already been through all that. You know what I'm saying? He's already mature in his mind. He knows, what good coaching is and what good football is. So I expect him to be a leader in that room. He has all the ability, and he has the intangibles also. And I'm glad because we needed a wide receiver with losing Justin. He lost some veteran presence, and with a grad transfer coming in, yes, he has to learn how to do things the Orangeburg way, the South Carolina State way, but he's still a grown man. And I feel that he'll be very, very beneficial to those young Bulldogs coming in as well.
Right. And you know what? That's just to piggyback off that, right? I love the fact that last year I thought we was getting all these seniors and grad transfers just out of
Right.
like, I don't want to say desperation, but it was like, okay, let's get the experienced guys so we can put together the best season possible. It
Right.
just now it just seems like we just prefer those mature guys.
Right.
Those guys who have been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about the silly mistakes, the silly penalties, that you sometimes get with the younger guys. You want guys who are just veterans.
Exactly. And that's why I was saying earlier when you were speaking about the young wide receiver freshmen. That's why I was like, listen, they are as advertised also extremely talented, but they're coming from high school, and a lot of these kids have to grow into they have the potential, but they just have to grow. And right. So it's good to have because you got to think about it. First game against Wofford, right? And then we're going into what 80,000 people at USC. You see what I'm saying? Like you gonna have to you gotta have some veteran guys out there who are willing to go in there and take them bullets, man.
Facts. Hey, Blue Nightingale, thank you so much. I appreciate the fact that y'all still come over and support me even when I'm not talking Jackson State. Thank you. That's love for real. Thank you. Roamar Warner, defensive line. Hey, Tuck, you still there? Hold on, y'all. Let's let Tuck get reconnected. We'll let Tuck get reconnected real quick. Well, all right. While he doing that, let me just go on and keep it going. When he come back, he come back. Roamar Warner. Now, defensive line is something that I thought about a lot, right? Because losing a song.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, all right, bet. So Roamar Warner, you ain't missed nothing really. Roamar Warner, when we talking about defensive line, 6'4", 236, two-time NAIA Defensive Player of the Year, All Conference guy. This is a no-brainer. He's a day one starter. Exactly, Sean. Exactly, Sean. He's day one guy. Day one guy. A two-time Player of the Year.
I believe so too. He is a day one starter. But let me say this right here, man. You don't know until you get in camp. I mean, like, listen, the kid where he came from, Georgetown College, right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Georgetown College,
right.
A dog, a ball player. And I would, definitely pencil him in. But we got some dogs, fighting out there, man. Got some guys out there fighting as well. You still got Bullard, number 40. Bullard still out there fighting. You got a lot of guys who will want to put their name in the hat too. So, but this guy here is super talented. He comes in, as advertised. He's, he also put in work as well, where he's coming from. So it should be pretty interesting. But I think that defensive line is gonna have to, a lot of cats are gonna be battling out there, man.
Yeah, and
but with the loss of right with the loss of Bill and Broxton, last year, number one, the guy that transferred from Benedict last year, you know, there are 2 open spaces, and we're gonna see. You know, may the best man win, but we definitely need it to be the best man for sure.
It's Shawn, like I said, I'll be going on these school websites to look at these kids sometimes. He may well be at 300 pounds right now. Either way, that's better for us. Hey, and I will say, Kavon Chisholm ain't giving nothing up. He ain't just gonna let him get the job. Kavon Chisholm ain't gonna let him get it. He ain't just gonna hand it to him.
Man. You know, we got some guys who already there. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm looking for him to have a great sophomore year, man.
Man, he will. He a dog too. You know what I'm saying? A weight room junkie, and I'm looking for big things out of him, man. I'm looking for big things out of him for sure. Chisholm's gonna be a guy next year, man.
Right. All right, Malik Hart, linebacker, previous school Fort Valley. Now this kid right here, this is the one to me. All right, played for a top-ranked defense, or at least a top 2 defense at Fort Valley. Right. 115 tackles, 63 solo, 19 and a half tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 2 interceptions, a forced fumble recovery, 7 pass deflections. The man did it all, man.
He did.
The man did it all.
He did. I don't know much about him. You know, and I'm just being transparent. You know, I don't know much about him, especially from last year. You know, that's no slight to him. You know what I'm saying? That's no slight to him at all. You know, I'm sure that the coaches did their due diligence before they offered him, and I'm sure that they know all about him. Like I said, you have some, you know, some great things to actually say about him. So I can't wait to actually see how he fits in as well. You know, he's just one of those guys that I just don't know much about. He didn't really have a lot of tape out there. But like I said, I would never question the coaches. You know what I'm saying? And they thought highly enough to bring him in and think that he'll be something worth adding to the team. And hey, who am I to question that? So so you know what I mean. So I welcome the kid, and I look forward to you know, just you know reading some of his Twitter comments. A lot of guys have a ton of good things to actually say about him, man. A lot of guys think that he's a dog, and some of that came from some of his own teammates. So if your teammates talking good about you, then you might be all right.
No.
That's big boy Shaman Price, right?
Yeah, Shaman Price. Now, just a little quick fact. I went to Limestone. So
you did?
You know, when I started, I went to Limestone freshman year.
I didn't know that, dog.
Yeah, man, had a scholarship out there, so you know I went to Limestone. So like when I saw we was getting Limestone kids. I went, okay, all right, you know, because I'm familiar with a few of them. Now, I still before they announced they were shutting down. I kept in contact. I kept in touch with the football program. So,
okay, cool.
Big boy right here, 6'3", 315, another grad transfer, right? Played for Benedict and Limestone.
Grad transfer. I don't know if he might not be a grad transfer. I don't know.
That's what his Twitter said.
Okay, all right, cool.
That's what his Twitter said. Something about he was going to be a grad transfer after the spring or something.
Right.
That's what that said.
Here's why I say that, because he has two years of eligibility left. That's the only reason why I was like, well, maybe he's not a grad, a grad transfer. However, he did go to Dutch Ford.
Oh, really? Okay.
He's a Dutch Ford kid. And I think he's a Benedict kid as well.
Yeah, with the Benedict and Limestone.
Right. Yeah. So he's familiar with some of the players who are still there. A lot of those guys play together. Guys who are still at South Carolina State, who went to Benedict. You know
I
who.
don't doubt that
who
was in his decision making.
right.
I don't doubt that was in his decision making. But again, notice knowing last year that we struggled to get those tough yardages. A guy as
Yeah.
big as him can help
Right.
us get that push.
Right. 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 I mean, listen, we were depleted on the offensive line, dog.
Whew.
Depleted. I mean, it was so bad that we really couldn't even finish the dog on the spring game, bro.
Man. Oh real? Oh Mark, I had to work, y'all, so
Bro,
I couldn't make this spring game.
we didn't have a lot of offensive linemen. We
Dang.
did. Yeah, man. So he was a breath of fresh air. And I'm hoping, and we got a couple other guys as well. And hopefully they may bring in, more. Who knows? You know what I mean? Summer is still young, but what they have currently, I think, can get the job done if they can just gel them. You know what I mean? Gel together. And come in and find a find a team that actually works together. Not a team, but a unit. You know what I mean? That can work together, man.
Right. Um, Billy Atkins. Billy Atkins. Now
Quarterback.
there's gonna be a quarterback battle, right? And
Yeah.
there should be, because
Okay.
at the very least, what we asked Ryan Stubblefield to do multiple times this season when when he got hurt, we asked him to keep us
Right.
perfect, and he did just that to MEAC. Put up
He
50
did.
twice when we asked him
Yeah.
to. So he, at the very least, Ryan deserves to fight for that QB1 spot. With that
He
being
does.
said, though, Billy Atkins is a dog, man.
A dog.
Billy Atkins is a dog, and hey, he's coming from James Madison. I saw the tape. Me personally, the way he is able to extend the play, and make magic happen.
Yeah.
It's all I'm gonna say is it's gonna be a damn good battle.
Ah. Woo.
It's gonna be a damn good battle. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let me say this. I like Ryan. I actually love the kid. He's now a frat bro of mine. I love his dad and his mom. Good people. Good people. I don't know, man. If Billy comes in, man, and plays well, I think they're gonna hand him the keys.
Right.
I do. I do. I do. I think if he comes in and play well, they're gonna hand him the keys.
And that's it. Like I don't. What do you like? What do you think needs to be done for Ryan to even like win it? Because like the only thing that counts against Ryan is his height. You know what I'm saying? If Ryan is like 6 feet, 6'1", we ain't even having this conversation.
We're not having this conversation. Right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But
You're
it's
right.
but
But
that just works against him. We see what he can do in this offense when he's rolling, right? But we've also seen
right,
the bat down balls at the line, and that's what works against him.
right. It
So
does.
that's why
It does.
it's gonna be a battle.
It's something happened this spring. I don't think they were super confident in the guy that left, the guy that the young man that actually transferred in from where was he from, man? The guy that
FIU.
transferred in. Yeah. And I don't think they were as confident in him. I guess that's the reason why he transferred and went and transferred to Bethune-Cookman. But I think that if this kid right here, if Billy can come in and show any of the magic that he displayed during that bowl game that James Madison had last year,
man,
if he displays any of that, they're gonna hand him the keys, man. He got the keys to the stadium. He will get the keys to the stadium. You know what I'm trying to tell you, dog. Y'all getting the keys to the stadium. If he shows any of that magic that he displayed during that bowl game for James Madison last year, but listen, you guys didn't see it, go back, look it up. James Madison, he was for that game and won the game for those guys.
Offered, it was beautiful. It was beautiful to watch.
By some other people.
It was beautiful.
By some other people.
It was beautiful to watch.
Okay, so I don't think he would have came to Orangeburg if he didn't feel like he was going to be the starter.
Right. Okay. Shawn Brown.
That's just me personally.
Shawn Brown.
I like Shawn Brown. I like him.
I like him. 6'2", 240, grad kid, edge rusher. Man, listen. To me, he is so quick and athletic off that line. That first step is a thing of beauty sometimes. Man.
I like this kid.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he was one of the first ones to actually sign post spring. He probably was the first kid to sign post spring. But definitely needed, you know, like I said, losing those two edge rushers and Billy and number one was huge. And, you know, we needed an edge rusher. This kid's coming in with, you know what I'm saying, game experience. And I think that he's a home run hit as far as, signing him, man. And I was so impressed by his film and just, what some of the coaches had to actually say about him. So, yeah, this was a home run get right here.
Right.
Home run. Yeah.
James Reddick. Now here's the thing. A lot of y'all don't. If y'all new subscribers, y'all for the past year, y'all don't know. James Reddick out of high school committed to Jackson State with promise there. I interviewed James back when he was a Jackson State Tiger. Y'all can go look that up. It's way back. It's way back.
Wow.
James Reddick. Of course, he left and went to McNeese. At that time when promised that roster was just too loaded, man. Just too loaded. But he was still a good player, so he went to where you can get playing time at, and it worked out. It really worked out really well for him at McNeese. Now he's over here. James Reddick is not only a great offensive lineman who, like I know Shawn said it in the comments, and I feel the same way. This guy's a starter to me. But he's also just a great character guy. This is a locker room guy.
Yeah.
James Reddick is a locker room guy too.
Yeah, good.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's a great player, locker room guy. That's why I'm excited about it. Like he's gonna give, if you interview him, if you put a camera in front of his face, he's gonna give you a lot of good content too.
That's good.
Yeah. That's good. Love James, man. Love James.
It's real good.
So that's why when you announced him on IG, man, I was very excited because I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I was very excited about that.
Shout out to him, man. James Reddick, man. My dad name's James, man. So anybody named James, man, shout out to him.
Right. Okay. Jaden Kimble. Now I'm gonna let you take. I'm gonna let you take.
You already know.
I'm gonna let you take this one. Go ahead.
You already know I wanted this one. Listen up to me. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Huh? This is a real one right here. Huh? Yeah. This is my guy, Jaden Kimble. I grew up with his dad and his uncle. Like we grew up together in the hood. Okay? The Kimbles. We played backyard football, street football, basketball, got in fights. We did it. We did it all. You hear me? And they was tough dudes. Tough. You hear me? Tough. Hard-working dudes, man. Solid brothers. Solid dudes. So when Jaden came along, I already knew what kind of kid he was gonna be. And when he went to White Knoll, I said, "Oh yeah, it's over." Now, Jaden, of course, for those who don't know, transferred from Kennesaw State. I wanted Jaden to come here his freshman year. You know what I mean? And I advocated for it, but damn brothers ain't listening to me. But he went to Kennesaw State and did well. A true freshman, balled out. He's quick, he's fast, he's strong. He has a nose for the ball. You know what I'm saying? And he loves to stick his nose in there. He's not afraid of contact. And he's a smart kid, and he's coachable. He's one of those kids that you can yell at, fuss at, scream at, whatever, and he gonna go in and do the job. I promise you. Tough kid, man. And I was so happy that he chose to come down to Orangeburg. So happy. He's one of my favorite signees, and I hope that he stays a Bulldog his entire time. There's plenty of room for a guy like him. He's quick enough and strong enough to play linebacker, but he can also play, bandit safety also. He's that talented, in my opinion. But to go to Kennesaw State, man, and play as well as he did his true freshman year, man, I think that says a lot about the kid.
Listen, I didn't know much about him. That's why I knew you knew about it. That's why I wanted you to take this one over. Tugger, if you sign it off on this, man, I'm excited.
Bro, let me tell you, bro. All people gotta do is go to his highlights, man. I'm telling you. And he's a workout fiend, man. He loves the gym, loves to work out. His dads were the same. His dad and his uncle, were the same. Strong dudes. He got it in his DNA. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that he'll be one of those guys that we'll be talking about throughout the whole MEAC season, man. Guys making plays, running people down, you know what I'm saying? Coming from the edge on blitzes. He's a kid who loves football, and he's going to fit right in down in Orangeburg, South Carolina.
All right, okay. Hey, can't wait to see that. All right, let's do it. Now, another linebacker, Keanu Kuma. All-American, defensive captain. That's important, by the way. We need that leadership. We need that kind of leadership.
That's big.
100 tackles, 4 interceptions. I want to watch this tape. That's the traditional linebacker right there. That's the neck roll wearing Brian Bosworth buzz cut wearing. That's him. That's Keanu.
That's the Brian Urlacher type, just Junior Seau, just all in your face linebacker.
We got a question. My bad, Tug.
What's up?
Rob wants to know from you, which former SC State player does Jaden remind you of?
None of them.
No.
He's different. I'm telling you, he's different. And that's not to throw shade at nobody who has came here now, but I can tell you this right here. He has the attitude of Aaron Smith. He has that type of attitude. Okay, he's fearless. He's a dog, man. And I can tell you this right here, man. If he's on the slimmer side right now, but once he actually gets back in the weight room and build up again, I'm telling you, man, this kid can easily lead the team in tackles. Easily, man. I'm telling you. His freshman year at Kennesaw State, man, they had some dogs out there, but a man was out there eating. I mean, now he was a true freshman out there, man. Balling, man. You know what I'm saying? And Kennesaw State wasn't no, you know. So who he actually reminds me of, I'll just say as far as his personality, his attitude, Aaron Smith, the linebacker last year, who is now playing for the Jets.
Hey, shout out Aaron, man.
And shout out to Aaron.
Oh Lord, shout out Aaron, man. We proud of you, dog. We're so proud of you, man.
Shout out. And listen, man, we rooting for you. And I don't know if you even watch this show or whatnot, but bro, we are proud of you and we are rooting for you, dog.
Rooting for you, God. Now, JC Allen.
JC Allen, big dog.
Ooh,
I forgot about JC. How did I forget about JC?
Man, hey, you've been reporting on so much of him, bro. You day.
I forgot about JC. JC a dog though.
Man, listen. I'm looking at the side. First of all, he's got the length. I think he has the athleticism to be that big and to be able to move as well as he do. You know what I'm saying? I think he's interchangeable throughout that line. Me personally, man, I start him.
I mean, he has no other choice but to start.
Yeah.
I mean, if he stays healthy, comes in and buys in, because that's the thing, man. A lot of these kids don't want to buy in either.
Right.
You got to buy into Barry's system. It ain't for everybody. It's not.
Hey, great point. You have to buy in.
You got to buy in. It's not for everybody. You can be talented and you can have a ton of potential. But if you don't buy in to Barry's system, you're not gonna last, man. That's why a lot of them kids left, man. Just in my opinion, because some of them couldn't, you know what I'm saying, buy into Barry's system. You know? And if you are one of those kids, man, you will find some success. But if this kid right here, JC Allen, buys in, comes in and works his ass off and plays well, man, you know, because we got the doggone running backs coming behind him. You see.
Right.
So if we can just get some guys to kind of, create some holes and play well for us, man, we'll be all right, man. And JC's one of those guys who has that kind of potential to be a day one starter.
No, before we go further, guys, let me say 64 people in here and only 22 likes. We got to get that up.
Dang.
Got to get that up. Come on now. Come on now. You got to match the likes, baby. Get the likes up. Get the likes up.
Get them likes even low. Get them higher.
It don't cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It don't cost you nothing.
Just click the button. That's it. Now, Jackson Chavis, man. 6'5", 250. Listen.
I think Jackson slipped. I personally think Jackson slipped through the cracks.
Yeah.
I think he did. I think he slipped through the cracks and he ended up at Limestone and he didn't even play yet. He hasn't even played a college ball yet. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
He's still a freshman.
And, to be built like that as a boy, listen.
Bro, I think he slipped through the cracks. I don't know how, because 3-time wrestling champion, a crazy defensive lineman, how you end up at Limestone? Unless you ain't got no grades. But
he's gonna be. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to say that I think he's gonna be one of those guys, man, who provides he's gonna get quality snaps, and when he gets in, because I don't think he's gonna be a starter or anything, right? But
no.
He's gonna make the most of his opportunities when he gets on the field.
Yeah.
He makes his reps count.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. But he's a kid you're gonna need during conference season, though. I'm telling you. You're gonna need fresh bodies out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he just seems like, you know what I'm saying, one of those kids who will buy in And I always love wrestlers, man, because wrestlers have different discipline than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be a different cat to be out there wrestling jokers. You know what I'm saying?
And to be a 3-time champion.
You know what I'm saying? To be a 3-time champion, that's a kid you want to go to war with. I don't care what sport it is. To be a 3-time wrestling champion, that's a kid you want to go to war with. And I'm glad he on our team.
Right. And plus, you think about it, you got to keep your body right. You got to eat right.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
Man,
it takes. Listen, discipline. He's already shown the type of commitment you need to be successful.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, Jamari Jones.
I like him.
6 feet 305.
I like him.
From Valdosta State. I like him too, Tuck. He played with a mean streak to me.
He did. He do. And we needed that.
Mean streak.
We needed girth. Remember I told you right after that Jackson State game what I said? We need girth at defensive line.
Yes. Yes, we did. You know, that Jackson State game, the Celebration Bowl showed me that we made it all the way there being faster and, you know, just putting so much strain and pressure on everybody, just being more athletic than everyone else.
Right.
But when it was actually time to just go man on man,
right,
size up,
girth,
like just bully ball, smash mouth football, we got outworked every time.
Girth. You need girth.
That size.
You need girth, and he's a kid that I feel like we're gonna benefit from, man. The kid like this, man, strong in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You know, a run stopper. We love it. I love to see it. Right? I love to see those big guys in the middle, man.
Right.
I love to see it.
Rob, bro. Hey, Rob, shut up, man. Oh, funny.
What he said?
He was just like, hey, Tuck, pause. Like,
oh, damn, pause. I'm sorry, Rob, my bad, man. I got stuck on. Hey, Rob, my bad, dog. My bad. I got lost in the sauce for a second.
Talking about no Diddy. Hey, man.
Hey, no Diddy in here, man. My bad. Yeah, I was talking reckless too, Rob. My bad.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was talking reckless. My bad.
R.J. Kelly. All right, another linebacker coming from the FBS. Straight from the Sun Belt.
Yeah.
6'2", 230. All right. To me, this kid's an exceptional pass rusher.
Yeah, I love him. We needed this type of linebacker. Big kid, 6'2", you know, maybe 6'3" for real. But kid's a dog. And that's the type of guy. He's a playmaker. And he seems to have a nose for the ball. And, you know, with the loss of Jaden, Jaylen Jones, Aaron Smith, and the other Davis kid that left also, you know, we got hit hard at linebacker, man. So restocking on linebacker the way we have, man, is really impressive. And I'd say that we may have a real good linebacker core if we can, you know, put all the pieces, put all the pieces together. But it looks like, and then you actually factor in the kid from Tulane, Lunas, you know, it looks like we may have a solid linebacker crew.
I agree with you. And you know what I like about him the most is that it's not that he's not athletic, because he is, but he's not like the fastest linebacker. But again, he has enough speed, because I gotta make sure I gotta stress that. But he knows where to be. That's play recognition. He knows where to be, man. And you just that tells me that he's just really good at watching film. You know what I'm saying? Like we need that kind of guy on defense. So I'm actually excited to have him.
Exactly. Super excited to have him.
All right. So do you know how to say this kid? I didn't want to mispronounce it. Is it
What is it?
Javier?
I think it's Javier
Javier.
Javier Frazier. We just call him Mr. Frazier.
Yeah.
Let's call him Mr. Frazier.
Now this one, I know he's coming from a school, but he's still fairly young. So I don't think he sees the field, but I think he's for the future.
I think he is. I think he's more of a developmental piece.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from West Virginia State. He's still young, man. I don't think he even played at West Virginia State for real.
Right.
With 6'5", big kid, long arms, can probably stand to add some pounds. But if we get him in there and he gets in and works hard, hey, anything is possible. But obviously, for those guys, for the coaching staff to see enough in him to offer him something, they see something in him, and so with that being said, man, I really look forward to his development, and I hope that we see him down the road somewhere, if not early, man. You never know, man. That cat may come in there pushing cats out the way. You never know, man. You know what I'm saying? You never know somebody's motivation. You know what I mean? And listen, everybody trying to earn a spot. Nothing is guaranteed with the transfer portal. Nothing is guaranteed no more.
Now, y'all, that was ran out of space after that, so I couldn't. I know we had I think we had maybe a couple more kids, but space ran out after that. Did we miss anybody? Because I just couldn't add no more on the slides.
I think we pretty much touched on everybody, man. Yeah, we got everybody. We got everybody. We good.
Y'all, this ain't gonna be the last of it, man. We've caught fire recruiting.
Yeah.
And I think, just going back to earlier in the live when we were talking about others recruiting classes in the MEAC, because we don't really, we don't really care about the SWAC until December. So
right.
In the MEAC, right, I'm looking at schools, and yes, I would rank us number one, even if I didn't have my South Carolina State hat on. I would rank us number one. But other schools are doing good things, Norfolk in particular, right? Great quarterbacks that they got.
Well, they got
obviously, you coach, Vic is your coach. You're gonna want to get some good quarterbacks in there.
Yeah.
Delaware State to me actually has a very good class, but coached by Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun went and got them Cali kids, right? They got speed, they fast. But the thing with them is they freshmen. You know what I'm saying? They freshmen. That's the majority. He focused on high school. He ain't He got some portal kids, but he focused on high school. So that's gonna take them a year or two before we really see what it's about. We are the ones right now who went and got kids out that portal ready to compete right away.
Right.
Because we're trying to get back to Atlanta, obviously. So the season isn't gonna be easy. The MEAC definitely ain't gonna be easy.
Because Central doing a good job too.
Right, Central's doing a good job. It's not going to be easy, and schools like Delaware State will not be pushovers.
No, nobody will. Nobody will. This may be the first time in many years since I've been following South Carolina State University, man, and being a big fan. That I feel that the whole MEAC is strong. Each game is what I call a losable game. You know what I'm saying? It's winnable too. You know what I'm saying? But if we don't come to play in each and every of those games, man, we can go home with an L. And that first game versus Wofford is really going to set the tone for the season.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you you get better as the season go, because like look at us. Last year we lost a fan, which we shouldn't have lost a fan, but last year we
We
lost a
should not
fan,
have lost the fan. Good Lord.
and we ended up in Celebration Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So, but we learned from that, and you know we have several big games right after that, man. So you know, so I'm excited for the season, but I'm really more excited to you know, just to see how those coaches put those pieces together and how they form and how they create this team, and just what kind of Bulldog team we're going to see for years, Kobe, for years and years and years. We've had teams to where we always knew what we was going to have the actual previous year, right? Mm-hmm. Prior to the transfer portal, you knew this guy was a freshman, you knew this guy was a sophomore, you knew this guy was a junior, so you knew what kind of team you was gonna have the following year. Now everything is new. Everything is new. So we don't know what kind of team we're gonna have until late July, maybe August, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's what I'm interested in. Like, that's what I'm focusing on. Like, how will the team look MEAC Media Day? Who's going to MEAC Media Day?
It's still in Virginia.
Nah. It's in Baltimore this year.
I'll take that trip for Baltimore. I ain't lying.
You would?
I like Baltimore. I'll take that trip.
Okay, but you see what I'm saying? Like, who's going to be like? We lost so many key pieces now. So who's gonna be the leader? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be talked about during the whole summer? You know what I'm saying? Last year, you know, Phoenix and Caden High was talked about a lot. You know what I'm saying? And those guys, and they, you know what I'm saying, lived up to it as well. So who's gonna be talked about this year? Who's gonna be those guys that Coach Berry brags on, and who's going to be the doggone leaders of the team, and who's going to make the leadership council, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's so much leading up to the season that I'm looking forward to. What about you?
It's for my main. Okay, so my main focus is that secondary, because I do, like I said, I do think this secondary is going to be a lot better than it was last year. I'm excited to watch the running back room. There's no concern there. I know they're going to be good. I'm just excited to watch them. Offensively, we were very thin at offensive line, and now we're not thin at all on offensive line anymore. So I just want to see how they gel. We're such an interesting team, because
exactly
everything on paper tells us that we should be favored to be number one going into next season. We should. If everything goes how it's supposed to, we should be where we want to be at the end of the season.
Yeah,
there are question marks, because we don't know. We don't know who's going to be starting quarterback. We can project. We don't know. We don't know who's going to be that playmaker on at wide receiver. There's so many important pieces on offense and defense that we've got the guys to like plug in to replace our stars from last year, but the chemistry does matter. And we just don't know how these guys are going to gel. Now, I do have confidence in these guys gelling, just because Coach Berry was able to get those guys to gel just like that last year. It was quick last year, but those guys also just knew each other just from growing up together, and it was just a little bit easier for them. Now, it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. So yeah, we're an interesting team. Like, if we gel right, to me, nothing stops us from winning the MEAC again.
Right. Nah, you hit the nail on the head, man. It's really about how the team gels, you know what I mean, and come together, you know what I mean, and bond, relationships, and leadership. That's my thing right there, is leadership. Aaron Smith was the hands-down leader of that team. Him and Nick Tace were the two main leaders last year. So who will be the leaders this year? We had a lot of people leave, right? So who will step up and be the leader of the offense and defense and special teams? Who will be those guys? Because that's important, because those will be the guys you look to during battle. You know what I'm saying? So who will be the guys who will step up and be those leaders? Who's going to go down to the MEAC, MEAC Media Day? And who's going to walk out there on the 30th of August, Saturday, as captains?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And who will be the starting quarterback? Is the question everybody want to know, of course.
Yeah.
That's the $1 million question.
We feel like we know who it's gonna be, but
I feel like I know, but I don't want to,
gotta be fair.
Yeah, you gotta be fair. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, Ryan deserves a shot, man.
He does. And you know why? I sometimes I don't like the conversation itself, because it makes it seem like we're pitying Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Like he's more, like, Ryan is more than capable of leading the offense. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's no scrub at all. Like I said,
None.
the only thing that holds him back is the height.
That's it.
People sleep on him because of the height, but
That's
we've seen him put 50.
Yeah. Listen, Ryan won some big games for us last year. You know what I mean? So, but I didn't see Ryan during the spring, and who knows? But I can tell you this, man. Billy has everything you want in a quarterback. Everything you want. And if he wins the job, or if Ryan wins the job, we're going to ride with him. We're going to ride with him.
We definitely. So Baltimore welcomes MEAC Media Day. Mayor Brandon Scott supports the MEAC Media Day in Baltimore in the CIAA basketball tournament celebration ball. Yeah, I think that's a better place than in being in Virginia last year.
Yeah, me too.
I still want to be back in Atlanta. I just feel like that's, why would you move it from there? But I wouldn't mind taking that trip. With that being said, though, guys, so I know, like, y'all would have been expecting some type of like clips from, like, maybe the spring game, or like more content regarding South Carolina State. Well, and I have not been ignoring that on purpose. And Tucker's been doing a great job on social media, by the way. So if you ain't following him, you need to, because the articles and, like, him just, like, keeping you updated on every new commit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, like, he's on point with it. But as far as, like, visuals on just YouTube, right? I have literally just could not get away from work. Like, I just need y'all to, it ain't nothing else. It's not that I got, because I know people that ask me on social media, hey, you still covering South Carolina State? Like, you done? It ain't like I'm not. I promise y'all I'm not. It's just I could not get away from work, you know what I'm saying, during the off season. But now, like, we're slowing up a little bit. I have a little bit more time, which is why I've been dropping videos the past couple of days. Like, I'm slowly getting back into it. So, like, I'm gonna be back. Like, we gonna get this content thing going to where it's supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying? So I do apologize for not being able to bring y'all the clips of the spring game and more interviews during the off season. But like I said, all that stuff is coming back. So that's on me. Like I said, if you follow Tuck on social media, you ain't missed much, because Tuck will keep y'all updated, man, with great articles, great reads, great pictures, great posts, great news, all of that. So, like, we back. That's what I'm saying. We back.
We back, baby.
Hey, that's our guy.
Who that?
Marquise.
Okay.
What's good, my boy? What's good with you? So yeah, like I said, man, we guys, we back. We back, man. Shout out to our guy Marquise Bradley. You know what I'm saying? We gonna catch y'all next time. Tuck, if you got anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. Listen, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, be good, Bulldogs, man. Enjoy your summer. Be safe. Look for more content. Look for more stories, more articles, just more Bulldog stuff coming. Got a lot of stuff coming, man. Leading up to the season. If there's stuff that you guys want us to to talk about, man, send it. You know what I mean? Send it to us. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we in the game.
Steven, we like the way my job works, we get schedules 2 months ahead of time to see what it's gonna look like. So if I'm off that weekend, I'm there. All right, just to give y'all that content. If not, somebody you'll get it from somebody. But I definitely let y'all know on that. Rob Brown says bring Coach Austin on. I've been thinking about that, Tuck.
Cool.
Bring some coaches on, man. We can start with Coach Austin, the running back coach.
Hey, you know how they get, man.
Yeah, you know, if they down to do it, man.
I mean, if they down to do it, then let's ride.
You know what I'm saying? You know, coach, hey, shout out to Coach Austin, man. That's my guy for real, man. One of the best in the business.
Good dude. Solid. I mean, a solid dude.
Hold on. Look for some new drip this year. Ooh. Love that. We love that. We love to see it.
What's that?
To see it. All right,
because I can't. Because I can't see it.
Huh?
I said, "What's that?" What he said?
Oh, like new uniforms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So check this out. We're gonna get on up out of here. The next time we go live, it will either be an interview. Because you know we gotta like go through a whole process with that, but it'll either be an interview or it'll be something else team related. Maybe we go over the true freshman. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe we just talk about any other upcoming news. But that's it for tonight. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and big shout out to our guy Shawn in the comment section. Like I said, hey, Shawn be on it, man. Shawn be in the comment section. Shawn know for sure. So big shout out to our guy Shawn, man, because he's just as knowledgeable on this team as we are. But with that being said, man, we love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We gonna catch y'all next time. We out. Peace.
Love y'all, man. Go Bulldogs.
Love y'all for real. Go Bulldogs, man.